All right, hello there, you magnificent connoisseurs of culture, you intrepid explorers of the internet, and welcome, welcome, welcome. It is I, your ever-enthusiastic guide, Jean-Claude, beaming into your screens with an energy that could rival a K-pop concert, almost. Prepare yourselves because we are about to embark on a virtual escapade, a digital sojourn, if you will, to a land where ancient tradition waltzes gracefully with futuristic innovation, a place that will tantalize your taste buds and dazzle your senses. Yes, my friends, we are diving headfirst with unbridled gusto into the vibrant, the dynamic, the utterly captivating nation of South Korea. Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a thrilling ride, I promise you that much, and then some. Now, I haven't just plucked these destinations out of a hat. Oh no, that simply wouldn't be my style, would it? This, my dear viewers, is the culmination of meticulous research, perhaps a few too many bowls of kimchi, and an insatiable desire to bring you the absolute creme de la creme of what South Korea has to offer. We're talking about the top 10, the unmissable, you absolutely must tell your grandchildren about this sort of attractions and activities. From majestic palaces that whisper tales of bygone eras to mountains that dare you to conquer their peaks and street food that will stage a flavor festival in your mouth, we've got it all lined up just for you. This isn't just a list, it's your golden ticket to an unforgettable Korean adventure, a meticulously curated journey. Get ready for a whirlwind tour that's going to be as fun and energetic as a puppy on a pogo stick. If that puppy also happened to be a seasoned travel expert with a penchant for dramatic flair, naturally, we're going to laugh. We might gasp, you'll almost certainly feel an urge to book a flight immediately. Consider this your official warning. My mission, should I choose to accept it, and I most certainly do, is to transport you through the magic of this video to the heart and soul of South Korea. To make you feel the buzz of Seoul, the serenity of its natural wonders, and the warmth of its incredible culture. So grab a cuppa or perhaps a soju if you're feeling particularly adventurous already, and let's get this Korean party started, shall we? I can practically feel the excitement bubbling, can't you? It's that pre-adventure tingle, that sense that something truly special is about to unfold. We're not just ticking off boxes on a tourist map. We're aiming to uncover the experiences that truly define a trip to this East Asian jewel. Think of me as your slightly eccentric but utterly devoted travel companion, ready to share all the secrets, the highlights, and perhaps a few amusing anecdotes along the way. This is more than just a travel guide, it's an invitation to explore, to dream, and to discover the multifaceted marvel that is South Korea. So, without further ado, let the grand unveiling of these top 10 wonders commence. You won't want to miss a single second of this, believe me. Our first port of call, my discerning travel enthusiasts, is none other than the majestic Gyeongbokgung Palace. Now, when I say majestic, I truly mean it. This isn't just some old building. This is the grandest of Seoul's 5 grand palaces, a sprawling testament to the Joseon dynasty's might and artistry. Imagine, if you will, stepping back in time, centuries peeling away with every footfall on its hallowed grounds. The sheer scale of the place is enough to make your jaw drop. A labyrinth of ornate halls, serene courtyards and picturesque pavilions, each whispering secrets of kings, queens, and courtly intrigue. It's a place where history isn't just read about, it's felt, it's breathed, it's experienced in 3 glorious dimensions. The moment you pass through the imposing Gwanghwamun Gate, you're transported. Forget the bustling city just beyond its walls. Within Gyeongbokgung, a different rhythm takes hold. The intricate dancang paintwork, those vibrant traditional Korean patterns adorning the wooden structures, is a feast for the eyes, a kaleidoscope of reds, blues, greens and yellows, each colour and motif laden with symbolic meaning. You could spend hours, nay days, simply admiring the craftsmanship, the attention to detail that went into every single beam, every tile, every decorative element. It's a photographer's paradise, a historian's dream, and for the casual visitor it's simply awe-inspiring, a true spectacle of human ingenuity and artistic expression. And speaking of history, Gyeongbokgung has certainly seen its fair share. Originally constructed in 1395, it's been a silent witness to Korea's triumphs and tribulations, destroyed by invasions and painstakingly restored, each reconstruction a testament to the resilience of the Korean spirit. Walking through its vast courtyards, you can almost hear the echoes of royal processions, the rustle of silk robes, the hushed conversations of scholars and officials. It's a place that demands a certain reverence, a quiet contemplation of the centuries that have unfolded within its embrace. Don't just rush through it, take your time, wander aimlessly. Let the atmosphere seep into your very soul. Consider renting a hanbok, the traditional Korean attire, to truly immerse yourself in the experience. Not only will you feel like royalty, but you'll also gain free entry to the palace. It's a fantastic way to enhance your visit, adding a playful and memorable dimension to your exploration. Plus, the photo opportunities are simply unparalleled. Imagine yourself, resplendent in your hanbok, posing before the magnificent Gyeongbokgung Hall, the main throne hall. It's an experience that's both culturally enriching and incredibly fun, a perfect blend of education and entertainment. Beyond the main halls and grand courtyards, Gyeongbokgung offers delightful hidden nooks and crannies waiting to be discovered. Seek out the Gyeongbokgung Pavilion, an exquisite hexagonal structure perched gracefully on an artificial island in a serene lotus pond. It's a picture of perfect tranquility, a spot where you can imagine ancient scholars composing poetry or royalty seeking a moment of peaceful contemplation. The reflections in the water, the gentle breeze rustling through the surrounding trees. It's moments like these that truly elevate your visit. Then there's the National Folk Museum of Korea, conveniently located within the palace grounds. This is an absolute gem, offering fascinating insights into the daily lives, customs and traditions of the Korean people. From agricultural tools to traditional wedding garments, the exhibits are incredibly well curated and provide a rich context to the grandeur of the palace itself. It's a wonderful complement to the royal history, showcasing the lives of ordinary folk alongside the extraordinary lives of the Joseon rulers. Now, a little insider tip from yours truly: try to time your visit to coincide with the Royal Guard changing ceremony known as Sumunjang Gyedaeui. It's a spectacular display of historical pageantry, a colourful and meticulously choreographed reenactment that happens several times a day at the Gwanghwamun and Hungyemun gates. The sight of the guards in their vibrant traditional uniforms marching with solemn precision to the sound of ancient instruments is truly something to behold. It's a fantastic photo opportunity, of course, but more than that, it's a vivid and engaging way to connect with the living traditions of Korea. And as you wander these historic grounds, soaking in the culture and the beauty, if you find yourself thinking, Jean-Claude, I need more of this, then do be a dear and hit that subscribe button. Ding that little bell too, so you don't miss a single moment of our global gallivanting. Your support means the world, and it allows me to keep bringing you these incredible journeys. So go on, give it a click, and let's continue exploring the wonders of the world together, starting with the rest of South Korea. Right then, adventurers. After soaking in the regal splendor of Gyeongbokgung, it's time to swap our imaginary silk robes for sturdy hiking boots, because our next destination is the breathtaking Bukhansan National Park. Now, what makes Bukhansan so special, you ask? Well, picture this. A rugged, mountainous paradise complete with towering granite peaks, lush forests and sparkling streams, all conveniently located right on the doorstep of bustling Seoul. It's a truly remarkable juxtaposition. One minute you're navigating a cityscape of millions, and the next you're enveloped in the serene embrace of nature, breathing in crisp, clean mountain air. It's the ultimate urban escape, a natural lung for a city that never sleeps. Bukhansan, meaning mountains north of the Han River, is not just one mountain, but a majestic cluster of peaks, the most famous being Baekgundai, Insubong and Myeongdong. The park offers trails catering to all fitness levels, from gentle strolls for the leisurely ambler to challenging scrambles for the seasoned thrill seeker. So, whether you're a Sunday stroller or a veritable mountain goat, Bukhansan has a path that will call your name, promising stunning vistas and profound accomplishment. The sheer variety of landscapes is astounding, from dense woodlands to exposed rocky ridges, ensuring every hike is a unique experience. The beauty of Bukhansan isn't just in its dramatic peaks, it's also in its rich biodiversity and historical significance. The park is home to ancient temples, hermitages tucked away in secluded valleys, and the impressive Bukhansan Fortress, a sprawling mountain fortress dating back centuries. Hiking here is like walking through an open-air museum, where every turn might reveal a piece of history or natural wonder. Keep an eye out for the diverse flora and fauna, and the seasonal changes bring their own unique charm, from vibrant spring blossoms to fiery autumn foliage, making it a year-round destination for nature lovers. Preparing for your Bukhansan adventure is key. Comfortable footwear is an absolute must. Those granite paths can be unforgiving. Pack plenty of water and energy-boosting snacks, perhaps some kimbap for mountain picnicking, and dress in layers, as mountain weather can be fickle. And don't forget your camera, because the views from higher elevations are spectacular, offering panoramic vistas of Seoul sprawling beneath you. It's a perspective that puts both city and mountains into sharp focus, a humbling and exhilarating sight. One of the most popular hikes in Bukhansan is the ascent to Bukhansan Peak, the highest point. This can be a challenging climb, especially the final section with steep scrambles, often requiring steel cables for assistance. But oh, the exhilaration when you reach that summit. Standing atop Bukhansan with wind in your hair and a 360 view unfolding before you is an experience that stays with you. You feel triumph, connection with nature's raw power, and profound appreciation for Korean landscape beauty. It's a proper adventure with incredible payoff, but Bukhansan isn't just about conquering peaks, it's also about finding peace and tranquility. Dotted throughout are serene Buddhist temples such as Doseonsa or Jingwansa, offering oases of calm amidst wilderness. You can hear gentle chanting of monks, soothing wind chimes, and quiet murmuring streams. Taking a moment to pause at these temples can be just as rewarding as reaching a summit. It's a chance to reconnect with yourself, to find zen away from modern life's hustle. The camaraderie on trails is also something special. Hiking is a national pastime in South Korea, and you'll encounter people of all ages, from sprightly grandmothers who could outpace us all, to families with young children. There's a wonderful sense of shared experience, with friendly annyeonghaseyo greetings along the path. Fellow hikers might offer you fruit or friendly encouragement. It's this warm communal spirit that makes you feel welcome in this natural wonderland. It's a testament to Korean love for the great outdoors. And if you love nature, crave adventure, feel that pull towards mountains and the wild, then please give this video a thumbs up. Show your appreciation for places like Bukhansan National Park. Your like is like a virtual high five, helping others discover these amazing destinations. So click that like button if you're a fellow nature enthusiast. And let's continue our journey through South Korea's finest. Right then, buckle up, buttercups, because our third adventure takes a rather sharp turn from ancient palaces and scenic hikes into territory that's, shall we say, a tad more intense. We're talking about the demilitarized zone, the DMZ, the strip of land separating North and South Korea. Now, I know what you're thinking, Jean-Claude. Is this a holiday or a history lesson with a side of potential peril? And to that, I say, it's an absolutely unmissable, eye-opening experience. It's a place where the silence speaks volumes, where the air crackles with unspoken stories, and where you get a front-row seat to one of the world's most famous and frankly most peculiar standoffs. It's a stark, sobering reminder of a divided past and a present that's still, well, rather, on edge, making it a truly profound stop. The journey to the DMZ itself is part of the experience, you know. As you leave the glittering skyscrapers of Seoul behind, the landscape begins to change, almost imperceptibly at first, then with more obvious signs. Barbed wire fences appear, military checkpoints become more frequent, and you can't help but feel a slight knot forming in your stomach, a curious blend of anticipation and apprehension. It's like being in a film. But this, my friends, is very, very real. The guides, often with personal connections to the conflict, share stories that are both heartbreaking and fascinating, setting the stage for what you're about to witness. It's a gradual immersion into a different reality, one that's a world away from the K-pop beats and bustling markets we'll explore later. Then you arrive at the Joint Security Area, or JSA, the famous blue buildings where negotiations have and sometimes still do take place. This is the very spot where North and South Korean soldiers stand face to face, an image seared into the global consciousness. And let me tell you, seeing it in person is something else entirely. The South Korean soldiers, ramrod straight, sunglasses on, exuding an aura of steely resolve, are quite the sight. You're given strict instructions, no pointing, no sudden movements, and definitely no trying to engage in a bit of friendly banter with the chaps on the other side. It's a surreal ballet of tension and discipline, a geopolitical drama playing out in real time, and you're right there on the stage, albeit in the audience. The atmosphere is thick enough to spread on your morning toast, a potent cocktail of history, politics, and raw human emotion. You can almost hear the echoes of past confrontations, the whispers of hope for reunification, and the silent, watchful gaze from across the border. It's not a place for a jolly picnic, obviously, but it is a place for profound reflection. You find yourself contemplating the sheer absurdity of it all, the arbitrary lines drawn on maps that divide families and ideologies. It's an experience that will stick with you long after you've left, prompting questions and conversations, and perhaps a renewed appreciation for the peace many of us take for granted. It's a heavy hitter, this one, but absolutely essential. But the DMZ experience doesn't just end with staring contests across a painted line on the ground. Oh no. Next up, we often descend into the earth itself, into one of the infiltration tunnels, specifically the third infiltration tunnel. Discovered in the 1970s, this rather claustrophobic passage was dug by the North, allegedly for a surprise attack on Seoul. You pop on a hard hat, which, let me tell you, I make look exceptionally dashing, and you begin the rather steep descent. It's a bit damp, a bit low in places. Mind your head if you're on the taller side, like yours truly. And it's utterly fascinating to think about the sheer effort and secrecy involved in its construction. It's a tangible piece of Cold War history, a silent testament to a conflict that's officially still ongoing. After your subterranean adventure, you'll likely head to an observatory, perhaps Dorison Observatory, where you can peer through powerful binoculars directly into North Korea. It's quite the moment, looking across the barren landscape to catch a glimpse of a world so close yet so incredibly different. You might see the propaganda village of Gyeongbokgung with its enormous flagpole and buildings that some say are mere empty shells, a Potemkin village designed to project an image of prosperity. It's a strange, almost voyeuristic experience observing daily life, or the semblance of it, in one of the world's most isolated nations. You can hear faint propaganda broadcasts drifting across the fields, adding another layer of surrealism to the whole affair. Visiting the DMZ is undeniably a sobering experience, one that can leave you feeling a whole spectrum of emotions. There's the awe at the discipline of the soldiers, the sadness for the divided families, the curiosity about the lives of those on the other side, and a profound sense of the fragility of peace. It's not your typical tourist jaunt, filled with light-hearted giggles and ice creams, though I did try to find an ice cream van, purely for research purposes, of course. Instead, it offers a unique and powerful insight into a complex geopolitical situation, fostering a deeper understanding of Korean history and the ongoing quest for reconciliation on the peninsula. It's a history lesson you can touch and feel, and one that will undoubtedly leave a lasting impression. So, as we wrap up this rather intense chapter of our South Korean adventure, I have a burning question for all you intrepid viewers out there. We've seen the grandeur of Gyeongbokgung Palace, we've conquered the trails of Bukhansan National Park, and now we've peered across the world's most famous border at the DMZ. If you had to pick just one of these incredible attractions to visit first, which one would it be? Are you a history buff, a nature lover, or a seeker of profound experiences? Pop your choice in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to see where your adventurous spirit would lead you first. Don't be shy now. All right, after the rather serious, albeit fascinating excursion to the DMZ, it's time to lighten the mood considerably and dive headfirst into a whirlwind of neon lights, tantalizing aromas, and retail therapy. Our fourth stop, my friends, is the legendary Myeongdong Street Market, and let me tell you, this place is an absolute assault on the senses in the best possible way, of course. Imagine a vibrant labyrinth, pulsating with energy, where every corner turned reveals a new delight, whether it's the latest K-Beauty miracle cream promising eternal youth, still testing that one, I'll report back, or a street food vendor whipping up something utterly irresistible. It's a dazzling, slightly chaotic, and utterly addictive corner of Seoul that you simply cannot miss. First up, let's talk shopping, because Myeongdong is, without a doubt, a mecca for anyone with even a passing interest in looking fabulous. The sheer density of cosmetic shops is staggering. It's like every K-beauty brand decided to have a massive party and invited all their friends. You'll find everything from sheet masks adorned with adorable cartoon animals. Yes, I bought several purely for research, so you understand, to sophisticated skincare lines that promise to turn back the clock. And it's not just beauty products. There are trendy fashion boutiques, shops overflowing with K-pop merchandise that would make any fan squeal with delight, and all sorts of quirky accessories. My wallet felt significantly lighter after Myeongdong, but my spirits and my luggage were certainly full. But Myeongdong isn't just about beautifying your exterior, it's also about delighting your interior, specifically your stomach. As dusk begins to settle, the streets transform into an open-air food emporium, a smorgasbord of sizzling, steaming, and utterly scrumptious delights. The air becomes thick with the most incredible aromas, sweet, savory, spicy, sometimes all at once, drawing you in like a siren's call. Only instead of crashing your ship, you just end up with a very full and happy belly. From traditional Korean snacks to more modern, inventive creations, the variety is simply mind-boggling. It's a place where you can truly eat your way through Korea, one delicious skewer or pastry at a time. I remember stumbling upon a stall selling these enormous spiraling tornado potatoes, a deep-fried masterpiece on a stick dusted with cheese powder. Now I'm a sophisticated gent, but faced with such a marvel of culinary engineering, my composure and my diet went straight out the window. The crunch, the flavor, the sheer joy of eating something so audaciously unhealthy, yet so incredibly satisfying. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated bliss. And that's the magic of Myeongdong's food scene. It's full of these little moments of discovery and delight, where you abandon all pretense and just give in to the deliciousness. It's an interactive culinary adventure, and every bite is a new discovery. Now, where were we? Ah yes, knee-deep in the glorious chaos of Myeongdong's street food. Let's delve a little deeper into the edible wonders on offer, shall we? You absolutely must try the tteokbokki, those chewy rice cakes swimming in a fiery, sweet gochujang sauce. It's a Korean classic for a reason, a comforting hug in a bowl, albeit a rather spicy one. Then there's gyeongbokgung, or egg bread, a delightful little fluffy cake with a whole egg baked inside, sometimes with a sprinkle of cheese or a hint of sweetness. It's the perfect on-the-go snack, warm and satisfying and utterly charming in its simplicity. And don't even get me started on the lobster tails grilled with butter and cheese, or the fresh fruit juices served in light bulb-shaped cups. Beyond the food and the cosmetics, which are admittedly a huge draw, Myeongdong thrums with an infectious energy. The streets are packed with a lively mix of locals and tourists, all eager to soak up the atmosphere. You'll often encounter street performers, from aspiring K-pop dancers busting out impressive moves to musicians serenading the crowds, adding to the carnival-like feel of the place. As night falls, the neon signs blaze even brighter, reflecting off the bustling throngs, creating a kaleidoscope of colors and movement. It's a place that truly comes alive after dark. A vibrant hub of activity that makes you feel like you're at the very heart of modern Seoul. It's exhilarating, a little overwhelming, but undeniably fun. One of the joys of Myeongdong is discovering the unexpected. Tucked away between the big-name brand stores, you might find a tiny shop selling handmade jewelry, or a stall offering personalized caricatures that capture your essence with hilarious accuracy. I even saw a place offering fish pedicures where tiny Gara-Rufa fish nibble the dead skin off your feet. I confess I wasn't brave enough for that particular adventure. The thought of tiny fish having a go at my corns was a bridge too far, even for me. But it just goes to show Myeongdong is full of surprises, a treasure trove of quirky finds and unique experiences waiting to be unearthed by the curious traveller. So to sum up Myeongdong, it's an absolute riot. It's a place where you can shop till you drop, eat till you pop, and soak up an atmosphere that's buzzing with excitement. Whether you're hunting for the latest skincare innovation, craving a delicious street food feast, or just want to immerse yourself in the vibrant youth culture of Seoul, Myeongdong delivers on all fronts. It's a whirlwind of fun, flavor and fashion, and an essential stop on any South Korean itinerary. Just make sure you bring an empty stomach, a reasonably full wallet, and a willingness to embrace the glorious, glittering chaos of it all. You won't regret it, I promise you that much. All right, Globetrotters, for our fifth incredible South Korean adventure, we're hopping on a short flight south to a place often dubbed the Hawaii of Korea, the magnificent Jeju Island. Now, while you might not find hula dancers or quite the same pineapple obsession, Jeju has a unique volcanic charm all its own. A rugged beauty forged by fire and sculpted by the sea. It's a veritable paradise for nature lovers, a place where dramatic cliffs plunge into turquoise waters, mysterious lava tubes beckon you into the earth, and ancient volcanic cones stand sentinel over the landscape. It's a breath of fresh air, quite literally, after the exhilarating hustle and bustle of Seoul, a place to reconnect with the wilder side of Korea. One of Jeju's most iconic landmarks, and an absolute must-see, is Gyeongsan Ilchulbong, or Sunrise Peak. This majestic, tough cone, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, rose from the sea in a volcanic eruption thousands of years ago, and let me tell you, the hike to the top is worth every single step, even if you, like me, aren't exactly a morning person. The view from the crater rim, especially at sunrise, as the name suggests, is simply breathtaking. Imagine the sky painted in hues of orange and pink, the sun slowly ascending over the ocean, illuminating the island below. I did attempt this sunrise mission, fueled by an alarming amount of coffee and sheer willpower. The resulting photos were, well, let's just say the sunrise was more photogenic than I was at that ungodly hour. Then, for something completely different, we venture underground into the Manjangal lava tube, one of the finest and longest lava tunnels in the world. It's like stepping into another realm, a vast subterranean cavern carved out by molten rock. The scale of it is truly awe-inspiring, with towering columns of solidified lava and intricate formations that look like something out of a fantasy film. It's cool, a little damp and wonderfully eerie in places. You walk along a designated path, marveling at the power of nature and feeling rather small in comparison. It's a fascinating glimpse into Jeju's volcanic heart, a reminder of the fiery forces that shape this extraordinary island. Just watch your step, it can be a bit slippery in there, and of course, what's an island paradise without some stunning beaches? Jeju doesn't disappoint on this front either. Take Gyeopje Beach, for example, with its pristine white sand, a delightful mixture of crushed seashells and crystal-clear shallow waters that shimmer in shades of emerald and sapphire. It's the perfect spot to relax, paddle your feet, or simply gaze out at Myeongdong Island in the distance. There's a certain laid-back charm to Jeju's coastline, a sense of peace and tranquility that washes over you as you listen to the gentle lapping of the waves. It's the ideal antidote to a hectic travel schedule, a chance to unwind and soak up the island's natural beauty. I even attempted to build a sandcastle, though it looked more like a sand blob, if I'm honest. Now, Jeju isn't just about dramatic landscapes and beautiful beaches. It also has a wonderfully quirky side, full of unique cultural quirks and charming local character. One of the first things you'll notice scattered across the island are the Dol Harubang, or stone grandfathers. These rather stern-looking mushroom-capped statues, carved from volcanic rock, are considered to be guardian deities, protectors of the island and its people. You'll find them everywhere, from ancient sites to modern tourist shops, each one with its own slightly grumpy but endearing expression. They're incredibly iconic, a symbol of Jeju's distinct identity, and I must admit I developed quite a fondness for these stony old chaps. I even bought a miniature one for my mantelpiece. He keeps the pigeons away, I think. If you enjoy a good walk, and who doesn't when the scenery is this lovely, then you absolutely must explore some of the Jeju Olu trails. These are a series of well-maintained walking paths that wind their way around the island, taking you through diverse landscapes, from rugged coastlines and lush forests to charming little villages and tangerine groves. Each trail offers a different perspective on Jeju's beauty, a chance to discover hidden coves, encounter local flora and fauna, and simply enjoy the peace and quiet. It's a wonderful way to immerse yourself in the island's natural rhythms and perhaps even stumble upon a delightful local cafe for a well-deserved break and a cup of halabong tea made from Jeju's famous citrus fruit. And speaking of local delights, the cuisine on Jeju Island is another adventure in itself, with a strong emphasis on fresh local ingredients, particularly from the sea. Black pork from a native breed of pig is a Jeju specialty, often grilled at your table and renowned for its chewy texture and rich flavor. It's an absolute must-try for any meat lover. Then there's the incredible array of seafood abalone, sea urchin, freshly caught fish, often served raw or in hearty stews. I bravely attempted to order a rather complex seafood dish using my, shall we say, developing Korean skills. I think I ended up with something entirely different, but it was delicious nonetheless, which is the main thing, isn't it? Always an adventure. Dining with JEAN-CLAUDE'S. So Jeju Island in a nutshell is a captivating blend of raw natural beauty, fascinating volcanic geology, and a unique, slightly eccentric local culture. It's a place where you can hike up ancient craters, explore mysterious lava caves, relax on beautiful beaches, and be charmed by stone grandfathers. It's less about the frantic pace of the mainland and more about savouring the moments, breathing in the fresh sea air and perhaps even finding a bit of inner peace amongst the tangerine trees. It's a truly special corner of South Korea, one that offers a refreshingly different and delightfully quirky travel experience. Don't just take my word for it, go and see for yourselves. Right then, adventurers, buckle up because our sixth escapade takes us straight into the vibrant, pulsating heart of Seoul's youth culture, Hongdae. Named after the prestigious Hongik University, famed for its arts and design programs, this district is an absolute explosion of creativity, energy, and, dare I say, delightful chaos. It's where the cool kids congregate, where trends are born, and where the night is always, and I mean always, young. Forget your sleepy little villages for a moment. Hongdae is a neon-drenched wonderland that buzzes with an infectious rhythm, drawing you in with its irresistible charm and promising an evening or indeed an entire night you won't soon forget. It's less a place and more an experience, a living, breathing organism of fun. As you step into Hongdae, particularly as dusk begins to settle, the streets transform into a veritable stage for human expression. You'll find yourself mesmerized by incredibly talented K-pop dance troupes busting moves that would make your chiropractor wince, indie bands serenading passers-by with soulful melodies, and artists sketching portraits with lightning speed. The fashion here is a spectacle in itself, a bold, eclectic mix of cutting-edge styles and vintage finds, everyone expressing their individuality with unapologetic flair. It's a people watcher's paradise, a living gallery of urban cool, where every corner turned reveals another fascinating vignette of Seoul's dynamic cultural landscape. You can almost taste the ambition and creativity in the air. It's quite something. Now, when it comes to nocturnal diversions, Hongdae offers a smorgasbord that would satisfy even the most discerning party animal. We're talking an almost bewildering array of options. Sleek, thumping nightclubs playing everything from EDM to hip-hop, quirky themed bars where the cocktails are as inventive as the decor, and of course the ubiquitous Nori bangs, those private singing rooms where you can unleash your inner pop star, judgment-free or at least judgment-light. There are also quieter spots, cosy pubs for a pint and a chat, and late-night cafes perfect for refueling before your next adventure. The sheer density of entertainment venues is staggering. You could explore for weeks and still find new gems. The atmosphere is undeniably youthful, charged with an optimistic, artistic spirit that's utterly contagious. It's a place where inhibitions are shed as easily as winter coats, where making new friends from across the globe is part of the nightly ritual. You'll see students celebrating the end of exams, artists discussing their latest projects, and travelers like us simply soaking it all in with wide-eyed wonder. Hongdae isn't just about partying, though it does that exceptionally well. It's about connection, expression, and experiencing the raw, unfiltered energy of Seoul. It's a district that truly never sleeps, and frankly, you won't want to either once it gets its vibrant hooks into you. Speaking of uninhibited expression, I must share a rather amusing, shall we say, personal anecdote from one of my Hongdae adventures. Picture this. Your humble narrator Jean-Claude, feeling rather bold after a particularly invigorating soju, decides to immerse himself fully in the local culture. I found myself in a club renowned for its K-pop nights. The energy was electric, the crowd was a blur of perfectly synchronized dancers, and I thought, well, how hard can it be? Famous last words, my friends, famous last words indeed. It turns out it's considerably harder than it looks on those dazzling music videos, you know. So there I was, attempting to emulate the intricate, lightning-fast choreography of some globally renowned K-pop sensation. Let me tell you, the results were less dynamite and more slow-motion demolition. My limbs seemed to develop a mind of their own, flailing in directions previously unknown to medical science. I believe at one point, I inadvertently invented a new move that involved tripping over my own feet and nearly taking out a table of rather bemused onlookers. The crowd, bless their cotton socks, were remarkably polite, offering encouraging smiles that I suspect masked fits of suppressed giggles. My coordination, usually quite reliable for, say, navigating a tricky cheese board, completely deserted me on that dance floor. But here's the truly wonderful thing about Hongdae, and indeed about embracing new experiences. It didn't matter one jot that I danced like a confused octopus. The spirit of the place is so overwhelmingly positive and inclusive that my spectacular lack of rhythm became a source of shared laughter rather than embarrassment. A few kind souls even tried to teach me a basic step or two, with limited success, I might add, but with unlimited patience and good humour. It's this very atmosphere of unpretentious fun that makes Hongdae so special. It's not about being perfect, it's about participating, about losing yourself in the moment and perhaps creating a hilarious story to tell later. So, my advice to you intrepid explorers is to dive headfirst into the Hongdae nightlife. Don't be shy, don't worry about looking silly, because, honestly, who cares? Attempt that K-pop dance, sing your heart out in a nori bang, even if you're spectacularly off-key. Strike up a conversation with friendly locals. Embrace the glorious, exhilarating chaos of it all. You might not become a K-pop star overnight, and you might, like me, provide some unintentional comic relief. But I absolutely guarantee you'll have an unforgettable time and come away with memories that will make you chuckle for years to come. Hongdae is pure, unadulterated fun, and it's waiting for you. Alright, after the high-octane energy of Hongdae, our seventh adventure offers a rather different, though equally Korean experience. A visit to a traditional Gyeongbokgung. Now, for the uninitiated, a Gyeongbokgung is so much more than a mere spa. It's a 24-hour bathhouse, a communal relaxation center, a social hub, and frankly, a cultural institution all rolled into one. It's a place where Koreans of all ages go to unwind, detoxify, and even socialize. Think of it as a public living room, but with significantly more steam and a distinct lack of trousers for a good portion of the experience. It's an absolute must-try for an authentic slice of Korean life, I assure you. Your first foray into a Gyeongbokgung can be a tad bewildering, I won't lie. You'll pay an entrance fee, be handed a rather fetching pajama-like outfit and a small towel, suspiciously small, some might say, and a locker key. The first order of business is to head to the gender-segregated changing rooms, and this, my friends, is where you bid adieu to your clothes and, for some, your inhibitions. Yes, the bathing areas are traditionally enjoyed in one's birthday suit. It might feel a little daunting at first, but trust me, no one bats an eyelid. It's all perfectly normal and remarkably liberating once you get used to the idea of communal nudity. Once you've bravely disrobed, you'll enter the bathing area, a wonderland of watery delights. Typically, you'll find an array of pools, each heated to a different temperature, from pleasantly warm to, is this strictly necessary? Hot, and often a refreshingly cold plunge pool for the truly courageous. There are showers, of course, and often areas where you can opt for a traditional Korean body scrub, administered by an ajuma or a jusai with surprising vigor. This is not for the faint of heart or the ticklish, but you will emerge feeling smoother than a polished pebble. I guarantee it. It's an invigorating, if slightly abrasive, experience. The whole point of this initial stage is to get thoroughly clean before you even think about heading to the communal clothed areas. It's a ritual, a shedding of the day's grime and stress, and a preparation for the deeper relaxation to come. There's a certain meditative quality to soaking in the hot pools, feeling the tension melt away from your muscles. You'll see grandmothers chatting, mothers bathing their children, friends catching up. It's a surprisingly social environment. Despite the lack of attire, it's a unique cultural immersion, and one that leaves you feeling remarkably refreshed and surprisingly comfortable in your own skin, quite literally. Right, once you're scrubbed cleaner than a whistle and have donned your rather fetching Gyeongbokgung pajamas. A universal symbol of relaxation in these establishments, it's time to explore the co-ed communal areas. This is where the real adventure continues. The heart of many Gyeonggbokgungs lies in their various sauna rooms or kilns. These aren't just your standard steamy boxes. Oh no, Koreans take their saunas very seriously. You'll find rooms lined with salt crystals, others with charcoal, some infused with fragrant herbs, and even igloo-like ice rooms to cool you down dramatically after a good bake. Each room boasts different therapeutic properties, or so they say. And now let's talk about some of the delightful and frankly rather quirky Gyeongbokgung traditions. You'll undoubtedly see people sporting what can only be described as sheephead towels. This involves artfully folding your small towel into a shape resembling sheep ears perched jauntily on your head. It's not just adorable, it apparently helps keep your hair from getting too frizzy in the heat, and it's an absolute Gyeongbokgung fashion staple. Another quintessential experience is indulging in hard-boiled eggs, often smoked or baked in the saunas themselves, cracked open on a friend's head, gently of course, and washed down with a chilled glass of sikya, a sweet fermented rice drink. It's surprisingly delicious and incredibly satisfying. What truly sets the Gyeongbokgung apart is its role as a social space. You'll find sprawling common areas with heated floors, often made of ondol, where people lie on mats, watching television, reading, chatting, or simply napping. There are usually snack bars, sometimes even full restaurants, game rooms, and even sleeping quarters for those who wish to stay overnight, which many people do, as it's an incredibly affordable alternative to a hotel. Families spend entire days here, friends catch up, couples relax together. It's a place that fosters a sense of community and shared relaxation, a genuine escape from the hustle and bustle of daily life. Ultimately, a visit to a Gyeongbokgung is an experience that will leave you feeling utterly rejuvenated, remarkably clean, and with a deeper appreciation for this unique aspect of Korean culture. It's a chance to slow down, to pamper yourself without pretension, and to observe everyday Korean life in a relaxed and welcoming setting. So shed your inhibitions, embrace the sheephead towel, crack an egg on someone's bonce with permission, and immerse yourself in the wonderfully quirky and deeply relaxing world of the Korean Gyeongbokgung. You might just find it becomes your new favorite way to unwind, as it has for many a weary traveler before you. Our eighth incredible adventure transports us from the steamy embrace of the Gyeongbokgung to the timeless elegance of Bukchon Hanok village. Nestled right in the heart of modern Seoul, between Gyeongbokgung Palace and Changdeokgung Palace, Bukchon is a living museum. A beautifully preserved, traditional Korean village whose history stretches back an astonishing 600 years. The term Hanok refers to these traditional Korean houses, and Bukchon is packed with hundreds of them, their gracefully curved tiled roofs and sturdy wooden frames creating a truly enchanting landscape. It's like stepping through a portal into a bygone era, a tranquil oasis amidst the city's skyscrapers. As you wander through Bukchon's narrow, winding alleyways, you'll be utterly captivated by the architectural beauty that surrounds you. The intricate details of the hanoks, from the wooden lattice windows covered in hanji paper to the stone walls and polished wooden floors, speak of a rich artisanal heritage. Many of these homes are still inhabited by Seoulites, which adds to the village's authentic charm, a reminder that this is not just a tourist attraction, but a genuine residential neighborhood. The air here seems quieter, the pace slower, inviting you to meander and discover the hidden courtyards and charming details that make each hanok unique. It's a profound contrast to the bustling metropolis just beyond its borders. The experience of exploring Bukchon is akin to leafing through the pages of a history book, but one that you can touch, see, and feel. Imagine generations of families living within these walls, their stories echoing in the gentle creak of the wooden gates and the rustle of leaves in the small gardens. The village was historically home to high-ranking government officials and nobility during the Joseon dynasty, and you can still sense an air of quiet dignity and refined taste. It's a place that encourages contemplation. A gentle stroll here offers a deeper understanding of Korea's rich cultural and architectural past, far removed from the neon glow of the city center. While Bukchon is an absolute delight for the eyes, it's important to remember that it is a residential area. Visitors are warmly welcomed, but it's crucial to explore with respect, keeping noise levels to a minimum and refraining from peeking too intrusively into private homes. There are signs politely requesting quiet, and adhering to these ensures that Bukchon remains a peaceful haven for both its residents and its admirers. This mindful approach to tourism helps preserve the village's unique atmosphere, allowing everyone to enjoy its serene beauty for years to come. It's a small courtesy that makes a big difference. Now, for all you budding photographers and Instagram aficionados, Bukchon Hanok Village is, quite simply, paradise found. Every corner you turn, every alleyway you explore presents a new, perfectly frameable shot. There are specific viewpoints, often marked on tourist maps or easily found by following the clusters of camera-wielding visitors, that offer breathtaking panoramic vistas of the village's rooftops cascading down the hillside, with the modern cityscape of Seoul providing a stunning, contrasting backdrop. These spots are incredibly popular, especially during the golden hours of sunrise or sunset, when the light bathes the traditional architecture in a warm, ethereal glow. To truly elevate your Bukchon photoshoot and immerse yourself even further in the historical ambience, I wholeheartedly recommend renting a hanbok, the beautiful traditional Korean attire. Numerous rental shops are conveniently located around the village, offering a dazzling array of colorful and intricately designed hanboks for both men and women. Strolling through Bukchon dressed in a hanbok not only makes for absolutely spectacular photographs, but also allows you to feel like you've truly stepped back in time, becoming part of the historic tapestry yourself. It's a wonderfully fun and engaging way to experience the village, and let's be honest, the photos will be the envy of all your followers. Don't be afraid to get creative with your compositions. Play with the leading lines of the narrow alleyways, frame your shots with the elegant curves of the tiled roofs, or capture the intricate details of the wooden doors and windows. Look for small, charming elements, a potted plant on a doorstep, a decorative tile, the way the light filters through a paper screen, candid shots of yourself or your travel companions exploring the village in hanboks can be just as captivating as posed portraits. The beauty of Bukchon is that it offers endless inspiration. You just need to keep your eyes peeled and your camera ready for those magical moments. But while capturing those perfect Instagram-worthy shots is undoubtedly a highlight, remember to also put your camera down occasionally and simply soak in the atmosphere. The true magic of Bukchon Hanok village lies not just in its visual appeal, but in its ability to transport you to another time, to offer a moment of peace and reflection in the midst of a bustling city. Let the serene beauty of the village wash over you. Appreciate the craftsmanship and imagine the lives lived within these historic walls. The memories you make beyond the photographs will be just as precious, I promise you. Right then, adventurers, hold on to your remote controls because our 9th escapade in this glorious Korean odyssey is for all you dreamers, you romantics, you aficionados of the dramatic pause and the perfectly timed tear. We're talking about diving headfirst into the enchanting world of K-dramas with a K-drama tour right here in Seoul. Forget just binge-watching from your sofa. Oh no, we're going full method actor. Imagine strolling through the very locations where your beloved characters declared their undying love, or perhaps engaged in a bit of high-stakes corporate espionage, all while looking impossibly stylish. It's a chance to blur the lines between fiction and your fabulous reality. Truly a unique way to experience the heartbeat of modern Korean culture and, frankly, an excuse to practice your most dramatic gaze. Now, I must confess, even a seasoned explorer like myself can appreciate the sheer artistry and, dare I say, the addictive quality of these productions. Stepping onto a K-drama set or a location made famous by one is like walking through a portal. Suddenly, the ordinary street corner or the quaint little cafe is imbued with an extra layer of significance, a shimmer of on-screen magic. You can almost hear the stirring orchestral soundtrack swelling in the background as you approach. It's a rather surreal experience, feeling like you've been shrunk down and popped right into your television screen, only this time the snacks are probably better and you don't have to fight for the best seat on the couch. It's your chance to be the star, even if it's just for an afternoon of delightful make-believe in the bustling city. Think of iconic spots like the Seoul Tower, a veritable mecca for K-drama pilgrims. Countless declarations of love, poignant farewells, and those oh-so-significant accidental meetings have been filmed with its majestic silhouette in the background. Or perhaps you'll wander through the charming alleyways of Iwa Mural Village, its vibrant artworks providing the perfect backdrop for a quirky rom-com moment. Many tours will whisk you away to these hallowed grounds, regaling you with behind-the-scenes snippets and pointing out exact spots where pivotal scenes unfolded. You might even find yourself instinctively looking around for the camera crew, or perhaps for that brooding male lead to appear from around the corner, looking pensively into the middle distance. It's all part of the magnificent charm. And let's be brutally honest, who amongst us wouldn't be tempted to reenact a favourite scene? Just a little one, mind you. Perhaps a slow-motion run towards a loved one, or a particularly appealing pastry shop, or maybe a dramatic phone call where you deliver some earth-shattering news like discovering the kimchi is, in fact, all gone. The possibilities are endless and utterly hilarious. It's your main character moment, so embrace it with gusto. These tours aren't just about seeing places, they are about feeling the emotion, the drama, the sheer unadulterated joy that these shows bring to millions. So prepare your best surprised face and your most heartfelt monologue. Seoul's K-drama scene awaits your grand entrance, darling. The brilliant thing about these K-drama tours is the sheer variety on offer, catering to every level of fandom, from the casual viewer to the utterly devoted aficionado who knows every plot twist and character arc by heart. Some tours focus on historical dramas, whisking you away to majestic palaces where kings and queens once plotted and pined, their elaborate costumes almost tangible in your imagination. Others will guide you through the sleek modern districts of Gangnam, showcasing the glamorous lifestyles often depicted in contemporary hits. You can find tours dedicated to specific wildly popular shows, or more general ones, that give you a fantastic overview of Seoul's cinematic landscape. It's like choosing your own adventure, but with significantly better lighting and probably a more compelling soundtrack playing in your head. Now, I can't promise you'll accidentally bump into a handsome chaebol heir who then inexplicably falls madly in love with you after a series of amusing misunderstandings, though one can always dream, can't one? But you will most certainly feel a delightful connection to the stories that have captivated audiences worldwide. You might find yourself at a picturesque park bench where a fateful decision was made, or outside a grand building that served as the headquarters for some dastardly villain. It's all about immersing yourself in the narrative, letting your imagination run wild, and perhaps even picking up a few tips on how to dramatically stare into the rain should the occasion ever arise. It's a skill, a true art form. Imagine this: you're standing on the very spot where your favorite couple finally had their first kiss, the city lights twinkling below. Or perhaps you're exploring a traditional market that featured in a heartwarming family saga. These experiences bring the stories to life in a way that simply watching them on a screen cannot replicate. It's about connecting with the culture on a different level, understanding how these narratives are woven into the fabric of Seoul itself. You might even find yourself adopting a new catchphrase or a signature pose inspired by your on-screen heroes. Don't fight it. Lean into the drama, because frankly life is too short for boring walks in the park. Make them cinematic. So, my aspiring leading ladies and gallant gentlemen, I wholeheartedly encourage you to embrace your inner K-drama star when in Seoul. Strike a pose, deliver an impromptu soliloquy about the beauty of a perfectly brewed cup of tea, or simply soak in the atmosphere of these celebrated locations. It's a wonderfully playful and engaging way to see the city, adding an extra layer of sparkle and storytelling to your South Korean adventure. Who knows, you might even discover your own hidden acting talents, or at the very least come away with some absolutely cracking photos and stories to tell. And isn't that what travel is all about? Creating those unforgettable, slightly theatrical moments? Bravo! All right, food fanatics and fearless flavor explorers, prepare your palates and loosen your belts, because our 10th sensational South Korean experience is an absolute feast for the senses. We are diving headfirst into the vibrant, bustling chaos of Gyeongbokgung Market. This isn't just a market, my friends. It's a legendary institution, a culinary cornerstone of Seoul, and a place where your taste buds will sing an opera of joy. Forget your quiet, polite little bistros for a moment. This is street food theatre at its most exhilarating, a place where every stall tells a story and every bite is an adventure. It's loud, it's crowded, and it's absolutely unforgettably brilliant. The moment you step into Gyeongbokgung Market, you're enveloped by an intoxicating symphony of sights, sounds, and most importantly, smells. The air is thick with tantalizing aromas of sizzling pancakes, simmering stews, spicy gochujang, and sweet, sticky treats. Steam billows from giant pots, rhythmic chopping echoes from countless cutting boards, and the cheerful calls of the ajumas create a soundtrack unlike any other. It's a kaleidoscope of colors too, from vibrant greens of fresh vegetables to deep reds of chili paste and golden brown of perfectly fried delights. Your senses will be on high alert and your stomach will be rumbling in gleeful anticipation. Now, let's talk about the stars of the show, the edible legends of Gyeongbokgung. You simply cannot visit without trying binditok, those magnificent savory mung bean pancakes, ground fresh and fried right before your very eyes, until they are perfectly crispy outside and fluffy within. Dip them in the soy vinegar sauce, and you're in pure heaven. Then there's mayak gimbap, often called narcotic seaweed rice rolls, because they are so utterly addictive. These mini rolls, filled with seasoned rice and vegetables, are deceptively simple but dangerously Moorish. You'll tell yourself just one more, and suddenly a whole plate has vanished. Magic! But it's not just about these iconic dishes. The sheer variety is staggering. You'll find stalls piled high with sundae, tteokbokki simmering in fiery red sauce, various noodles, dumplings and pickled vegetables that will make your eyes water. The atmosphere is electric, with locals and tourists perched on small stools, sharing food and laughter. It's wonderfully communal, incredibly authentic, and a true taste of Korean soul food. So grab a seat, point at what looks amazing, and prepare for a culinary journey. Beyond the famous dishes, Gyeongbokgung Market holds even more treasures. If you're feeling particularly brave, you might seek out some characterful local delicacies, perhaps some fresh, wriggling Sanakji live octopus tentacles for those who like their food with a fight. Or maybe some pungent fermented skate, which is an acquired taste, much like my uncle's opera singing. But there are plenty of less animated options, from hearty kalguksu noodle soup to crispy fried chicken that puts others to shame. The key is to explore, be curious, and trust the smiling Ajuma guiding your choices. Now, as we approach the grand finale, I feel a certain mischievous twinkle in my eye. It wouldn't be a Jean-Claude adventure without a little challenge, would it? Something to test our mettle, push our boundaries, and create a story for years to come. We've feasted like kings, marveled at the vendor's skill, and now it's time to turn up the heat. I've been eyeing a particular stall, one that radiates an aura of spice, a beacon for chilly heads and warning for the faint of heart. So here's the dare, my dear viewers, and perhaps a challenge I'll undertake myself. We're going to find the most volcanically spicy tteokbokki in this entire market. The kind that makes your ears steam and your vision blur. The kind that requires a gallon of milk on standby. The challenge? To finish an entire serving without shedding a tear or making a face like a startled pufferfish. Think you could handle it? Or perhaps you have a more daring challenge in mind? Let me know in the comments what you dare to try or what you dare me to try next time. My taste buds are quivering in anticipation, or perhaps in sheer terror. This is the essence of Gyeongbokgung Market. Incredible food, vibrant energy, and the occasional hilariously spicy ordeal. It's an experience that will stay with you long after the last morsel is devoured and the fiery tingle has subsided. It's a testament to Korean culinary traditions and the sheer joy of communal eating. So when you come to Seoul, make a beeline for Gyeongbokgung, embrace the chaos, try everything that catches your eye, and maybe take on a food challenge of your own. Just remember to pack some antacids and perhaps a small fire extinguisher, just in case. Well, my intrepid explorers, culinary daredevils, and K-drama connoisseurs, that, as they say, is a wrap. We've journeyed through palaces, hiked majestic mountains, peeked across borders, shopped till we nearly dropped, marveled at island wonders, danced the night away, relaxed in steamy spas, wandered through historic villages, lived out our K-drama fantasies, and feasted like absolute royalty in the markets of Seoul. What an absolutely spectacular adventure through the vibrant, captivating, and utterly delightful land of South Korea. I do hope you've enjoyed tagging along on this epic guide as much as I've enjoyed sharing these incredible experiences with each and every one of you. It's been a whirlwind of culture, cuisine, and pure, unadulterated fun. Now, before I dash off to plan our next undoubtedly magnificent escapade, I have a small but rather important favor to ask of you, my wonderful audience. If you've enjoyed this journey, if you've chuckled at my questionable attempts at Korean, or if you're now desperately craving some bindae-tteok, then please do me the honor of subscribing to the channel for more epic adventures. Give this video a massive thumbs up if you loved our Korean escapade. Let's see those likes soar higher than the Seoul Tower. And most crucially, ding that delightful notification bell so you never ever miss out on the fun, the frolics, and the fantastic finds with yours truly, Jean-Claude. It truly means the world. And speaking of fantastic finds, I'm utterly intrigued to know which of these South Korean attractions has captured your imagination the most. Was it the serene beauty of Gyeongbokgung Palace, the thrill of the DMZ, the foodie paradise of Myeongdong, or perhaps the challenge of conquering Bukhansan? Do pop down into the comments section below and share your favorite spot, or tell me where you'd head first if you landed in Seoul tomorrow. I adore reading your thoughts and hearing about your own travel dreams and experiences. After all, sharing the joy of discovery is what this is all about, isn't it? It connects us across the miles and inspires new journeys. So until we meet again on another thrilling expedition to some far-flung, fascinating corner of our beautiful world, keep those adventurous spirits alive and your passports at the ready. Thank you once again for watching, for laughing, and for sharing this incredible South Korean journey with me. This is Jean-Claude, signing off for now, probably already browsing for flights and mentally packing my bags for the next grand tour. Stay curious, stay fabulous, and never stop exploring. Cheerio and safe travels wherever they may take you.